that.
I'm doing dry January.
Are you?
Yeah, I was. I started like a couple days after Christmas, so I just ended it. I had a drink yesterday. But I'll go one more week now after. I know.
Oh, come on.
I feel like I'm...
You're not going to break it for a claw?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess
that's
you're
what
right.
I think the last couple weeks has taught me, if anything. Like, I would normally just be like, claw me up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I don't need a claw right now.
You don't need a claw at 4,
Yeah, so I think I
5.
needed to, like, self-control a little bit.
I get that. I kind of want to lose control more.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going to give it all up.
I mean, there are instances where I want to, but
I
for
might
the most
start
part,
at 34.
you've never done it?
I've done it like a handful of
Me
times
too.
in my 20s.
And it was awesome.
Early in my 20s. And it was fun, but I'm also really prone to migraines. And I think it was bad. I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't had enough
I would
to
never
know.
do it now, ever.
No, me neither. The fentanyl?
Yep.
I'm so scared to die. I check my ibuprofen. So that's
Yeah.
why I say I want to let it go. I want to go crazy. I'm going to wait till I'm
It's definitely gonna
87.
let
I'm
you
doing
go.
heroin at 87.
Needles. If I could smoke it, I would do that.
You could
Freebase it?
pill it? Could you pill?
That's isn't that
Yeah, I think millions and millions.
that's
of Americans
opioids,
are
right?
doing that,
Yeah. I don't want to get opioid. I want
Yeah, you want to IV.
I know, I'm like
Well, you could do it like bring someone in, like a professional to IV you some heroin, probably.
I'm sure by
By
then
the time-
in
That
20
worked out
years
for
they'll have
Michael
like a thing.
Jackson.
I'm ready.
We might all just have ports by then, like USB ports.
I'm assuming I'm gonna get to like 122, and my 2 choices are I'm gonna die or we're gonna go back. It's gonna start regenerating.
Really?
They're gonna figure out how to clean us up.
My
tighten us
wife's
up.
grandmother just turned 100 last week.
That's really nuts.
She wasn't even born in a hospital.
That's really crazy. Where
was
was she born?
At home.
Well, they still do that.
No, but this was like olden days. Like, and she was one of 8 kids.
Whoa.
And so they
dude.
didn't have enough money for
And
the
they
last
just-
one. And plus they knew how to do it on the 8th one.
Oh my God! Because by the time you do it so many times, it just comes out. Probably it just your
people-
body knows.
Yes. Like those are the people of the times of like, if you had a leaky faucet, like maybe the first time you called someone over to fix it,
Yeah.
but then you watched him do it and you never called anyone again because you're like, I can't ever, what am I, Daddy Warbucks? I
Yeah,
can just
she was
pen-
like her own birthing YouTube channel. She's
Yeah.
like, I've seen this film before,
the-
dude.
Yeah, the parents were like, what time? We'll just do it.
And it's kind of like training with weights on. Once you do 7,
Yeah, the 8th one
the
just
8th one
falls out.
Yeah, it's really, that's so gross. Have you ever seen Simon Birch?
No.
She sneezes him out because he's a midget.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's how he's birthed?
Have you seen Simon Birch? That's how he's birthed. His mom's smoking like a cigarette in the hospital bed, and she goes, achoo! And
he just comes out of her nose? Or?
Yeah, and she's kind of like neglectful the whole movie. You've never seen it? It's incredible.
No.
It's an incredible movie. Do you want me to ruin it for you?
Is it a children's movie?
I watched it as a child. It's a sad children's movie.
Is that where he's
It's
stung
like
by
a
bees?
what?
Is that where he's stung by bees?
That's my girl.
No,
It's got
oh
the
my
same
God.
I
vibes.
get those.
That movie kills me.
Okay, so if that kills
He
you,
doesn't have his glasses. Remember when
Put
she's
on his
crying?
glasses. He's all
I
fucking
can't see without
stung.
his glasses. He's in the casket.
yeah.
Baby funerals, kid funerals are tough.
Well, that is Simon Birch.
Oh God!
So, can I ruin it for you?
Yeah, I'll never
Okay.
see it now.
Okay. Let me tell you. Simon Birch, this kid gets sneezed out of a puss.
Oh wait, out of a
Straight up.
puss. I thought he came out of a nose. I thought it was
No,
like
no.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honest, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
No, he comes.
Oh, he
it's
comes
a
out her
regular
puss.
delivery. She's like smoking the opening
I
scene
thought she blew him out her
is
nose.
this woman like
Okay.
smoking a cigarette and she sneezes this, and he's a little guy. He's a little actor. Who is he? I don't
Is
remember.
it Dinklage?
No. He's a little old. Was in the 90s.
Oh.
It came out, and he was like 10, and Dinklage is like 300 years old. I don't
Yeah.
know how long those live.
Yeah. Do they have normal lifespan?
Do they have the same? I feel like
Yeah.
they live longer than us.
Or
'Cause
yeah,
you know, the taller you are, the shorter,
because
the
the
quicker
blood's
you
got to
die.
get up there.
They come. The hearts
Yeah,
are.
this is just a little
Their
tiny
heart's got
system.
to beat once every
Yeah.
4.5 minutes or
That's
something.
just get it up to the top, bring it back down.
What's his name?
Ian Michael Smith.
Ian
Ian
Still
Michael.
alive.
Michaels.
He's 37, and he's
That's old for them.
gotten smaller somehow.
Can I see his pic? Can you turn it real quick so we could see? We should have maybe set that up, but that's okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we can stop. I don't like to see myself really on the
Oh
TV.
yeah, I know. I keep adjusting.
Yeah. I'm like,
How do I make myself
You have to let
look
it
less
go.
fat?
It's better when you
Right now,
unplug.
I'm like, I look like a head flying off the wall.
Dude, story of my life. I just let it go. I let it go and I don't look and I post it and I go, it
is what it is.
Hopefully they love me for who I am.
I
That's what
know.
I always say. I have to go like, hopefully they just accept me for my
I've never
fluctuating
been
weight.
I've never been conscious of it, but like now that you can, oh my God.
Okay, but he was a much cuter kid. Click on the kid picture, babe.
Wow.
That-
That's
that
him
was-
in the movie?
So that's him in the movie. He's
Is that the other one, him reading the reviews? The creepy one where he's like, oh, I'm a star.
That's him on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Hanging out. But
Damn.
no, that's him in the movie, and he's this really sweet, cute kid who kind of has a mom that doesn't give a shit about him, and he becomes best friends with this boy who
Okay.
has the most amazing, incredible mother, and like that lady kind of takes over and like takes
Befriends
care
him
of
and takes care of
Yeah, and
him.
him and this kid go to this lake all the time, and they practice holding their breath. It's like the thing they do. They're best friends. They're on the same baseball team. He like stands up for him. And one day when Simon Birch finally hits his first home run after like being the shittiest on the team, the mom, this is actually funny now that I'm saying it because it's such a movie. The mom is walking by to support them and it hits her in the temple
Perfect.
and kills her.
What?
He kills his best friend's mother. He kills his best, and he's like, "I'm sorry," and he's crying at her funeral, and it's like the bees times 1,000, dude. And this kid's like, it's his best friend who he forgives him. He like, it's not like a resentful thing, and it's them trying to get through it. And
Oh
then the
my
end of the
God.
movie, Simon is on a bus and he's on a field trip with all of his schoolmates and like younger grades too. They're on like this weird multi-grade school trip, and the bus slips off a mountain into a river. And because he was the one that could hold his breath the longest, he saved all the children and died.
Oh
Welcome
my
to the Kim Congdon
God.
Takeover. I'm Kim Congdon.
Oh my God.
And I'm here with my good friend, Steve Rannazzisi.
Hello. It's so
Hi.
good to see you. God, that's emotional napalm.
I know.
That's emotional napalm.
I know. And I watched that when I was like 8 for the first time. And then it did something to me fucked up that I obsessively watched it like 15 more times. I don't know if that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
With, like a sad movie.
Yeah, I mean, a sad movie. What's the saddest movie I will consistently watch? One that gets me Rudy.
I don't know that.
What? Rudy?
No, I don't know Rudy.
You don't know Rudy?
No. Is it baseball?
Football.
Football.
It's the story. It's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy. Just he's working class.
Okay.
And
sad. It's already sad.
Yep. Favorite football team. His whole family is the Fighting Irish, the Notre Dame. Like picture Shane Gillis, like the whole thing. That's all he's ever wanted.
Okay.
But he's a loser, and he kind of like he's not like doing great in school, and so him and his friend are working at the local mill.
Okay.
Like where you work, and then the friend dies in a horrific way, like basically just sort of
What's
gets
the way?
exploded at the mill. What was it? What, it gets set on fire or something like that? Or
He fell into the corn or something?
something, dude.
Yeah.
Something horrific. One of
Okay.
those like horrible ways to die.
Okay.
And so he goes, I'm not doing what I want to do. And he goes, I'm going to go to Notre Dame. And everyone's like, you're an idiot. He goes, I'm going to play football for Notre Dame.
Okay.
And they were like, you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not smart. You can't even get into Notre Dame, and you're not a good football player. And he's like, that's what I'm going to do. And it's him trying to do it. And, he doesn't get in. Then he goes to like the community college next door, works on his grades, like finally gets in, can't afford to go there, but like lives in like the workshop area of the football field.
Classic.
And then just, eventually
They're
gets
like,
to the
what?
point
He's like,
where,
I've been showering here. It's like that scene
Yes.
where he's like,
and he's got the black mentor that's like, you can do it. I work here. Don't give up on your dreams. I gave up on my dreams, and that's how I got into this thing. So, and then eventually he makes the team, and then he never plays. But the last game of the season, the whole team's like, this guy plays or I don't play.
wow.
And it's one of those things that,
Moving.
like, yeah,
Brotherhood.
completely. When he gets into Notre Dame,
Men love Brotherhood.
oh my
movies.
God, I'm
Brotherhood love.
anything
Hate
you want a brotherhood. We're gonna fight a war together, or we getting a crew together to do something. Yes.
The Hangover.
Or like an Ocean's 11, something like
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going to
yeah,
get.
yeah.
We have to get these. Like even that bad rock movie where they had to blow up the asteroid. what was that movie with Ben Affleck where they had to blow up?
Deep Impact.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was like an asteroid's coming at Earth.
Okay.
There's nothing that can be done. It's like
Armageddon?
Armageddon or Deep Impact?
Armageddon, that's it. And it's like, it's end of world, but like these diggers are the only, Bruce Willis is like,
I don't think you could say that.
no, oh, yeah, you got to whisper that. Yeah. they were like drillers into the ground. They send them up there to go break up the asteroid so it doesn't hit Earth.
That sounds great. I should watch Armageddon. I feel like that I would be kind of into.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's like you got people that are not supposed to be astronauts. That's the funny part. Like, they're going to send these derelicts into space. And and Steve Buscemi's like a crazy person that just wants to get laid.
We just watched a movie that I do not suggest you ever let your wife watch, and don't watch it with her.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Knock Knock.
Okay,
have you heard of it with
No.
Keanu Reeves?
She loves Keanu Reeves.
Dude, okay. She would hate him after this movie.
It's impossible.
I don't know, dude. I hate him after this movie.
Are you like Keanu Reeves to her is like
he's a good man?
Good man, but like he's like Jesus Christ.
This would ruin him for her.
Women.
This would ruin him for her. Okay, so the movie starts. It's basically Keanu Reeves. He's a good family man. He has a wife. He's got 2 kids. They live in this beautiful house. His wife's an artist, and she has like these beautiful, great installations that are about to be like moved into this art gallery. And this family's like so close and so sweet. And him and his wife are kind of having like. They're not like fucking a lot, but it's like not really an issue. It's just kind of like he's
already it's make believe in my wife's mind. She's like, who would not fuck Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, exactly.
At any point,
yeah,
or mad, upset.
Well, he's basically like, she's like, I'm leaving for a week. He's like, you're leaving for a week, and we're not gonna have sex. She's like, I'll see you in a week. Basically, it's like she leaves him balls full, which immediately we watched it with another couple, and we were like, big mistake.
We have a rule. Like the night before I leave for any road trip,
you have to.
It's mandatory. Like,
wow, what a good rule.
It's
a great rule.
That is a great,
it's clear the pipes.
We never leave each other. I don't know what you're talking about. We can't have that rule.
I already imagine like my wife, like I have to fuck this guy before he leaves. Like she's like, I'm not letting Keanu Reeves go a week without.
So yeah, so she doesn't fuck him before he leaves. Then he's at his house. He's working. He's an architect. He's built this beautiful house, and then there's a knock, which obviously is the sluttiest way to knock on a door.
Yeah,
the title's even slutty.
Yeah,
knock.
Yep,
that's disgusting.
Hey,
and it's these 2 insatiable whores at his door. They're all wet in the rain. Their taxis dropped them off, and both of their phones are dead. And they really just need to get inside and plug their phones in for a second.
Oh my God.
And it goes through a whole thing. These girls are like the rapiest, craziest girls. And it's basically like 3 days of him being like tortured and slightly raped, but kind of giving in, but then definitely raped.
You're not deterring me from watching this movie. This sounds like I'm going to go home tonight and watch this movie.
Watching it as a woman who loves a man who you trust, who in this beginning of this movie, this man is so trustworthy and such a good fan. It really like fucks. It pisses you off.
Yeah, but like this was a trap.
It was. You have to understand in the movie, it was a trap. Like, but he doesn't do enough to get them out of his house. I'd already be like, the second the phones aren't actually charging, I'd be like, you need to wait on the balcony.
My wife would have been like 2 seconds in, like, why'd you let the Ring camera? I just saw it. Why are those girls still in the house?
She would have caught him on the
like,
Ring.
Are they selling cookies? Why are they still in the house?
They were shivering with their tits out, dude. I was like, no, you give them a towel and you leave them on the patio. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Give them a towel.
Give them a towel
and get out.
And you give them a charger and you plug it. There's got to be an outlet out there.
Yeah, throw an extension cord out the front door.
Throw an extension cord, crack the door, and lock it, and say,
"No way,
I can't let you."
I would rather have 2 Wolverines.
Would you let
house.
them in any circumstance? They are just 2 girls. They just need to charge their phone. Your wife's out of town. She doesn't answer your phone when you ask her.
No, I would be like,
you would leave them outside.
My first thing would be like, this is a trap. No, I would let them in. I'd be like, but you got to go. Like, you can't leave the vestibule area.
But that's what happens. He lets them in, and then there's 2 of them, and they're going to separate areas, and he can't.
There's no kids at the house?
No, there's no one at the house. The wife's gone for a week with the kids.
Oh my God.
And now they're in separate rooms. Now he goes in one room, she's throwing on the wife's clothes and being like, this is cute. And the other one's downstairs in the kitchen eating. And they're so hot, and they start sitting sitting him down and sitting on his lap, and he's like and then he calls an Uber for them. It'll be there in 45 minutes. Within 45 minutes, things go crazy.
45 minutes, that's all it took?
It's all it took for it to
And
go
what's the twist? Is there a twist at the end? Like they murder him or anything like that? Or they like how did these girls just happen?
It's a pretty good ending. And there's like
okay.
not a crazy twist, but it's just like ends like fuck, dude. This like it's just like
Does it leave you like hopeless? That,
it leaves you
no
being
matter how
like
good
I don't
someone-
even know how a family can come back from what happened because he really like kind of gets raped, but then goes along like it shows a vulgar evil threesome that he kind of like
watching this movie. I'm
So
totally
they could get mad.
Yeah.
About it.
Is it on
put
Netflix?
this movie so that
What?
they could
Is
get
it on
mad.
Netflix?
what was it on?
Is it a new movie?
Yeah, Prime or no?
Amazon Prime.
It's not a new one.
One of the sluts is Anna de Armas. So it's like
Oh,
2015.
yeah, the one that played Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bond girl. Yeah.
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 And it shows the most I mean he like they basically like just start
That sounds like one that my wife, Tracy, because we did the other night. She's like, "Let's watch this new Demi Moore movie, The Substance," and I was like, "This is gonna be like one of those art films that I'm gonna check."
No, I heard
out
she
of.
gets super naked in it.
The whole movie is completely naked for her, and then without ruining it, there's a younger version of her that is birthed from her in a weird way, without spoiler. But like she's naked the entire, and I'm not talking about like a minute. Like a scene, like a flash. I'm talking minutes and minutes and minutes of footage cut together of complete and utter. And halfway in, I could tell she was like, Tracy was like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. It's a little
Right.
weirder than I thought it was going to be. And she's just like, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I'm really
it's just
glad.
a hot old chick and then she gets younger
Yeah.
and you're like hotter.
Even, I mean,
You're-
it's unbelievable.
These movies are nightmares for women. I gotta tell
like
you.
men
Knock,
have
knock.
to direct these movies. Like I had like this is
I think The Substance is a woman.
no, it was a man. I think.
Oh.
There's going to be Substance
He was-
12. They're just going to keep having
Did you see it?
hotter and younger.
It's gonna be Substance and their 7-year-olds.
I mean,
it just
if you saw it, it could
Substance
happen.
Part 7.
But
Dude.
yeah, it's a
We haven't
very
seen
weird
it.
movie, but completely just like it's not gratuitous. It's necessary for the story, but it's awesome.
Dude,
It's
do you remember
really
when you were younger watching movies with your parents and it was like weird? It'd get
Yeah.
weird. Does that happen now with your kids?
No,
Oh,
because well, my youngest just started watching Squid Games.
okay.
And so I had already watched it. My oldest son had watched it. My wife's like, "I'll watch it with you." And then they watched together. And there's a sex scene. I think it's in the first season.
Okay.
And it's not like a romantic one. It's like for necessity purposes or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it was just a gross, and he was like this is he was like grossed out by it.
Oh,
He was like,
no.
"Oh, this sex was gross." And but normally he's not like that. He's very like
Open.
He's like, "Oh, The Bachelor, that's hot." Like I'm into that. So like he's not opposed to sex, but like watching it with
Your mom
Your
is
mom.
disgusting. Dude, growing up, I knew that my mom's favorite sex scene was from Splice.
oh really?
Isn't that so disturbing?
She would get like you would watch it with her? Or
No, I wouldn't watch it. We wouldn't watch
Oh,
her
yeah.
favorite sex scene together like over and over again.
Come here, Kim. Watch
I just
how this
know
is done.
we had watched Splice as a family one time. She covered my eyes during the sex scene, and then I heard her talk about it for 12 years after that. She's like, if anyone ever brings up like sex scenes in movies, she's always like, "Have you seen Splice?" And that's her thing is weird alien sex is finding out.
I'm
That's
trying to
my
think of the
mom's
first
into.
one. Oh, Married with Children, we weren't allowed to watch because like Kelly Bundy was super over like sexual.
Okay.
And so like, but then my dad would let me watch it downstairs. Like when my mom
Oh, it was
wasn't
like your
around.
dirty thing.
Yeah, it was-
You're
that
like,
was
get
the
down there and
dirtiest-
watch Married
you
with
can go get-
Children.
yeah, you can take care of yourself downstairs watching Married with Children while your mom's not around.
Not
So-
Married with Children being your dirty kink.
And you know what? I was just attracted to Peg. Peg Bundy was hot.
I've never seen Married with Children either.
It's like the original sitcom on Fox. It's
Okay.
like when Fox first started the channel.
Yeah.
It was like one of their first sitcoms. And so it was Ed O'Neill and Peg Bundy is what's
The wife?
Yeah,
She
I'm
was
trying to
the
remember.
wife.
I'm blanking on her real name, but and then David Faustino and Christina Applegate were the kids, and they were just this. It was like Roseanne, but he was a dude,
Okay, cool.
just a Midwest shoe salesman,
Let me see what you jerked off
trash
to.
wife.
Oh wait, I remember
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I remember this.
They had the
show.
dog, and it was
Yeah.
great. Like he was, and he was like unabashedly miserable.
Yeah. This is really good. This one fucking rocked.
Yeah, very, very funny. But yeah, but they were, Kelly Bundy was very sexual.
Dude, I feel like there's really nothing good on anymore either.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch a ton of shit.
Have you watched Mr. Beast games?
No.
Oh, I'm being
That's
a nerd
on-
about TV shows, but
But that's like,
whoa.
yeah, Christina Applegate.
Oh, you were in the basement for sure.
Oh my God,
You were
was the
going
hottest
crazy in
thing
the
ever.
basement. This
She
is
was-
like this is your Topanga.
Yes. Yeah, but I also had
He was like, and also Topanga was
yeah,
like
also
Topanga.
Topanga wasn't bad either. Danica McKellar, who was on the show not Growing Pains, Wonder Years.
Oh, I
She
wasn't
was like-
allowed to watch that. That was kind of dirty too, right?
What? The Wonder
Oh,
Years
no,
was not
never
dirty at
mind.
all. It was like the flashback, like he would talk about like him growing up.
Oh yeah.
And he was in
that
love
was
with
Savage.
He was in love
Fred
with
Savage.
Fred Savage. He was in love with Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper.
And that's Danica McKellar. And I remember the most nervous I ever was.
Oh.
I was auditioning for a pilot in like 2004 or 5. You get to the waiting room, you sign in, you sit down, and like the way it works out is like if it's scenes with a guy and a girl, they'll call 2 actors in at the same time. And I didn't realize who else was in the room, but I got called in with me and Danica McKellar to do the scene together. And I
Really?
fucking flipped out. I remember shaking so like at that point I auditioned a lot, so that wasn't. But like reading it with her,
You felt like you were in the basement.
number
again.
one, I'm like, she's a pro. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this, like, it's crazy that she's doing this.
Yeah.
And 2, like,
This is your crush.
this is my lifelong crush.
That's how I would feel if I was in a room with Ryder Strong.
Who's
from Boy
that?
Meets World.
Oh, really?
Another Savage connection. But yeah, oh dude, the clip of on I don't remember whose podcast, but where Angela from Boy Meets World is saying that Ben Savage used to go, "I'm the boy in Boy Meets World" on set.
That's what he would do.
Yeah, you're the. He spelled out everybody else in the cast. You're the W.
Yeah.
You are the O. You're the R. You're the L. And then the black girl said that he made her the D.
Oh.
And you're the D. I'm the boy.
Wow, what an ego.
I love that.
That's amazing.
I love that.
And
dude.
you were attracted to that right away.
No, I like the other one,
Yeah.
not him. I
Oh.
didn't like the Savage.
Savage, yeah.
No, nobody liked Corey from Boy Meets World. What kind of fucking psycho has a crush on Corey from Boy Meets World?
Topanga grew up to be. She like super Catholic now.
I
One
think
of them is.
something like
Yeah.
every one of those big lipped, big tittied blondes is a hardcore Republican now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wonder what happened.
I don't know. Something
yeah,
happens
in
at
the- in the-
Disney.
yeah.
Something dark
I-
happens at Disney.
I love, like, I'll watch old shows still. I watch like the A-Team. Talk about getting crews together, like old guy shows. Magnum PI, the A-Team.
Oh, now you're talking his language. I already know. I
Like
don't
TV
know,
Land
but I
shit.
know. Magnum PI.
Yeah. I already know what my kids are gonna be like when they come to visit me in the old guy's home, or the old person's home. Like, Dad's. How was your dad? Yeah, he was sitting there watching The Sopranos. Like, that's gonna be me in like a leather chair.
I love that you know your kids are putting you in home.
Oh, 100%. By then, they'll have nicer homes where
Yeah, it'll be in their
technology
yard or
better.
something
Yeah, it'll
weird.
be like they'll have like home huts. They
Yeah.
sell to like boomers that are like, hey, you want your parents living in the backyard in a home hut?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like one of those little saunas, infrared saunas.
Your
that people
grandkids are
have.
coming by and you're like, I used to be on TV. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay, Grandpa.
Go look at Grandpa in the window of his home hut and say hello, wave to him and say hello.
Go check if Grandpa shit his pants again.
Yeah, and he will. He
Yeah.
will for sure.
Change a diaper.
Yeah.
Rewind Magnum PI, dude.
I can't wait to have my kids just have to take care of my every need. I have to do that for my mom now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, my dad passed away a couple years ago, so she's, in the beginning you're like, hey, I'm always every week I'm over there. What do you need?
What do you
and
need?
now I'm going over there, and she's like,
And you're like, what am I, your husband?
I mean, literally. I'm like, oh, I'm just doing everything you like. I realize like your dad did everything you didn't want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like vacuuming, like she like won't like do anything.
No.
Like, yeah. So I'm like, I got.
You're like, did he die or did he go?
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
know,
was he done with you?
Yeah. Was he just really exhausted from
Yeah.
chores? He's the first man to die from chores.
I'm like your assistant now.
Oh no! Oh,
Like, when you get
no.
older and you like, yes, your person dies and each one of you has a set of responsibilities.
Yes.
But when the other person dies, you have to do them.
Yes.
Like she anything computer, she just like this.
It'd be
I'm
different
like,
if you had to change your oil or like bring
Yeah.
a car in.
But I'm like, I can't. I'm not dad.
She's like, "Can you unload the dishwasher?"
But I see its benefits because it's like what is she gonna do? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna do
so
it.
you just gotta get your kids ready.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom is going to be a pain in the ass. I already know. She
Really?
already is. Fully functional.
She's gonna bother you.
All limbs functional. She could walk. She has
Yeah.
a little limp. She broke a femur at a skate park once. Tried to sue the city. Didn't work.
Oh, really?
But
Get money, or was it real?
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
I'm no different.
The first time I met her, she was trying to sue Amazon because she went to the Amazon store and they dropped a
box on her
toe.
foot, which is. Can you hate on that?
Hey.
Can you hate on a little broken? She broke her toe.
You
she
look
claims.
at Tracy Morgan got hit by a Walmart truck. There's a world between that and dropping an Amazon dropping a box. That's got to be worth something.
Right.
You
Pay
know?
out, Bezos.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, dude.
Is she?
She likes to go to the Amazon.
Well, what store, by the way?
Okay, so Amazon has these stores. They're actually kind of fucking rock. So
Okay.
Amazon has these stores that they put in towns, or you can go and basically all the Amazon packages that were like sent back but never made it back to Amazon, or like never made it to the person,
Like
or
the
just
land
never
of misfit
picked up.
toys.
Yes, there's like a place where all the lost packages go, and they're in boxes, and you go in and you basically can take as many boxes as you want, and everything's like $10, and it could be like an iPhone, like it could be like a laptop, like and
Whoa,
everything's
it's like
$10.
Storage Wars, but for Amazon.
But you can open the stuff up and see what you're getting.
Oh, you
too,
can
before you
before,
buy it.
okay.
Yeah, and then put it back if you don't want it. It's just
Damn.
opened, and then people see what it is, so they get taken quickly. But then, yeah, different days of the week, like when the Amazon packages come in on Friday, it's like the $17 an item, because then you get the good shit. There's KitchenAids, there's like crazy shit,
Really?
and then by the end of the week, everything's $1 because everyone's. It's like a one permanent marker. Or whatever,
it looks
you know?
like fucking a Ross dress for less.
Yeah.
Shit's
And my
everywhere.
mom loves that shit. She goes every week. She's like in a different like domestic.
Well, she
thing.
she loves the deals, but she also loves
She loves the fight. She
the
likes
fight,
She,
the
like,
struggle,
she likes this. She likes the Black Friday energy of it all.
the chaos.
Yeah, dude.
Holy cow! People live for that.
Yeah, and she does. I think she fought a Haitian woman last week.
I mean, like with online shopping now, you surprised. Does she really fight someone? Like she'll get into like, where are these
Yeah.
stores located? They're not in like great areas. I bet.
You think?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're not in like.
Hey, they're in my hometown.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
want me to say? They're
Yeah.
where I live.
They're in the
They're in
sticks.
Central Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So she gets into them.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
I mean, I guess yeah. It's like a gigantic swap shop. It's like a swap meet that you don't have no idea what you're. I mean, and again, you can't really go in going, I want to get this, because you don't even know what's in there.
Yeah.
So everyone going there is just literally
They
treasure
just go in there
treasure
for the
hunting,
vibes, the scary vibes. Yeah.
and the thrill of the ride.
Yeah.
Surprised they don't charge a cover.
They should.
Yeah, because you
It's
could.
it's an adventure. I mean, you could go in there and really meet a bunch of different personalities.
Are you a shopper? Do you shop a lot?
I hate shopping. I'm an online shopper. I like to order things that come to my door, but I hate
Yeah.
physically going out to the stores. I don't like waiting in line. I'm not very patient, so I don't like waiting in a line. And I feel like people aren't paid enough, so everything's very slow, and no one's really like wants to work, and it just
True.
makes going out a miserable experience now.
But you will online shop.
But I
for
will
sure.
online shop
Yep.
my ass off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all my wife does too.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, occasionally there'll be store runs,
Do you
but
get packages constantly?
I mean, it's not. It truly, when I say nonstop, it's never. And it,
I'm upset when I open the door and there isn't a package. I feel like something's missing.
There's a package literally every day, multiple packages, and multiple people bringing.
Yeah.
Like Amazon will bring, the UPS will, the FedEx guy. So
Yeah.
there's all different people that bring.
Looks like a porn going on in your
and
house.
it's incredible. So, and it's always when she comes in, I will be like, "There's a package out there." She's, "Oh, I'm returning that." No matter what it is,
I do that too.
I'm returning that. It's the first thing she says.
I say that too, don't I?
I'm returning that.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
our
always the process of like, I'm like, it can't be you. There's no way you're returning this stuff, because only a crazy person would order stuff just to literally go to the store and return it.
Yeah. No, that's our thing. We just have to see if it works.
What works? The credit card? It does. It definitely does.
The we're here for the vibe.
Yeah. For once in a while, I'll see like my American Express thing pop up, and it's like refund merchant credit, Amazon, like -220, and I'm like, my God, something went back. Like something really went back.
I
this
feel
time.
so good
But
when
those
I
are-
actually
For
return.
the amount of times I've heard that statement to the amount of times I've gotten that message, it's a very different number.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And you know what? I think that women, we just like to shop. And, you know, it's the way that you guys want to
I don't know.
watch war
Eat.
movies and
Yep.
eat like ground beef, right?
Yep, a lot of
like
food.
and meat. We want to gather things from Amazon and like stores
I know.
and Shein.
I tell her though, it's like, but I don't know where does it
Plus,
end?
with these tariffs, we got to get the stuff overseas quickly because
What's happening with tariffs? We're gonna tax everything and nothing from overseas is gonna be over here.
everything you buy from China, all the cheap clothes.
Timu?
Yeah.
That's a word I heard.
Yeah, that's a plus
recently.
size
Yeah,
Timu.
Yeah.
Tumu. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but Trump's scaring the girlies with the tariffs.
Why is it the girls?
Because we shop the most on Shein and Temu. Because our clothes are
Really?
too expensive now. Clothes are so expensive now. We got to buy from overseas in China, and then we're buying these clothes from
It's so
these.
funny you say that, and I'm actually listening because I've heard my wife talking to people, other women, about this issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really ever listen to that, but
Yeah.
now I understand it is actually an issue.
Yeah, now this is why we care about politics. The
Yeah.
tariffs are fucking up our shopping.
Yeah, she was saying, she was like, the stuff that you could get, you know, if you see a nice pair of jeans, you can go, I can get a version of that on Temu for cheaper.
Yeah, it comes with like a child's blood on it. Like
really?
there's like a note in the pocket.
Are they like
For help.
disposable? Can you wear them like once or twice and you throw them away? But
Well, some of the stuff I get and I wear for a year, dude.
Okay.
And it was $13. And then you go to a store and it's like $86 for the same shirt, same
But
fucking
now-
material. And it's
so do you think that that's their way of being like, well, we want you shopping back in America now?
I think so,
Yeah.
maybe. But then make it cheaper.
Yeah, make it the way
We
that
can't
the
afford to
13
shop here. We got to get it from the kids.
Yeah. Or we could start enslaving our own kids.
To make clothes. Well, that's what it used to be. The kids used to learn how to sew and shit, and then everyone made their own
textile, yeah.
clothes.
And then the child labor laws
Yeah.
ruined it all.
Yeah. But now, two people need to work in an average household.
That's
so no
true.
one's there to teach the kids how to sew. So now we got to shop on Shein. That's why your wife needs to shop. It's not really her fault. It's
'cause
inflation.
No one knows how to sew.
Because of inflation, she needs to shop.
Yep.
Because the kids can't make their own clothes because she's busy, dude. Everyone's just trying to survive.
They
She's
should
supporting a
also-
comedian. That's a full-time job.
They should also, yes. But like my kids need shoes every 6 months.
Every 6 months, they grow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I need Temu. I need cheap foreign clothes.
Now we're getting the men on board. See, this is what I was wanting to put out. So next
because
time,
I'm going to tell you, the packages are not going to stop.
there's a trauma in your eyes about these packages.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm really now like really worried about this tariff thing.
Yeah.
in a way I wasn't before. Because I think it's going to directly affect my.
It's gonna
credit
up the
card.
packages because it's like you're gonna have to stock up
Yep.
for when it ends.
Fuck.
It's like dry goods.
Are they already enforcing these tariffs?
When are the tariffs coming?
Because I
babe?
know there's already illegals being round up and they're already
They
sent
have
back.
ice cream trucks. Ice cream trucks. They play the ice cream music, so the Mexican kids come out and they're rounding them up.
Oh my god.
Dude, ice. Literal. It's not a bit. It's not a bit.
I
Ice.
see another Simon movie where a little guy is shot out of a white person's nose, and a beautiful Mexican family takes him in, and he wants to pay them back by buying them their first ice cream they've never had before. He brings them out to the ice cream truck, only to be round up by ice, and his entire existence is taken away.
Dude.
And they look at him and go, "Good job, little guy."
Oh my God. Simon Birch.
Oh man, That's like entrapment.
That's really dark.
I mean, that's like, are you a hooker? Come on,
They're
you gotta
seeing a
tell
bunch
me.
of undercover ice trucks even in Austin in the last few days.
Well, I figured they'd be down here.
And I guess the like Hispanic grocery stores are empty. They're like, I've been watching online, like construction sites, like 20% of people are showing up for work. Like the buildings that are supposed to be being worked on in the city, like no one's coming in for work anymore, and everyone's hiding. All the Mexicans are hiding.
A lot of people would say it's working.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
some people,
No,
some
it's
people
good
are like,
it's good news for people that wanted that. Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of people like, and this is what we wanted.
Yeah. The thing is, this is how I truly feel about it. And I don't like to get I don't really talk about any of this
You're
stuff.
very political, Kim.
I like to talk about the tariffs every now and then and a little Simon Birch. But, there's so many good people that deserve to be here that maybe didn't come illegally, and that's really sad if they have to leave because technically we all came in here illegally.
I know.
But then there's also like a huge problem with like crime and immigration, and both of those things can be true at the same time.
The way I look at it is, I think that the plan is, from what I've heard, is like they're going to start with the worst people first and get them
Mexicans?
out of here. Well,
No,
the worst,
just
like
kidding.
the worst of the worst, and then go from there. So I'm like, well, in 4 years, maybe they will still be trying to round up the worst people, and they won't get to like your house cleaner or or the local taco truck or whatever it is.
Or
like,
are they gonna,
the good people that are just here that
Or are they going to be like anybody else that's working and probably not paid enough and just round up what they find and get their commission?
What they're doing that? Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like any other job where like police are supposed to stop crime, but they're killing kids or whatever it is.
What they're
you know
doing
what I mean?
now is like they go to look for the bad guy, right? But the bad guy lives with 3 good guys who like work and they're all getting sent back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They're not being like, well, you're not on our list, so we're not going to send
dude.
you
It
back.
sucks either way, and damn.
But it's the first week.
It's the first week.
And it's like already you're seeing planes in the sky of like them coming back. And
but you know what? I'll say this: very rarely after an election do I see any I don't ever see things happen suddenly like this.
No,
this is like when Trump is the only president I've ever seen who does stuff, and then it scarily happens.
Yeah,
and you're like, what's been happening?
Quick.
You guys have been able to do things right away and just haven't. And then it takes Trump to come in and be like, you can't actually do it. Guess what? You can't just do it.
And then you just do it.
And then they do it. And I'm like, we should have been doing other things too. There's so many other good things we could do.
I know.
Like make our clothes cheaper.
Yeah. Forget these tariffs.
Shopping. Why don't we round up fucking Zara? Deport them back to Italy or what the fuck?
Is that where they're from?
Why the fuck are they so
French?
expensive? Zara.
It sounds French.
French?
Zara.
Yeah, round them up, send them back to fucking
But
France.
Zara's like disposable clothes. I have to buy like a European size XXX for Zara. It's like an American large.
I don't even know where to shop anymore. I just don't do it. I get rental clothes. Okay. If your wife wants to not shop for clothes, does she shop for clothes a lot?
Yeah.
She should get a rental service. I get something called Newly. I get 6 nice pieces a month. $20 per extra piece after 6 a month. Nice pieces. $300-$400 tops, pants, nice shit.
Mm-hmm.
And every month you just switch it out.
And you send it back.
$100 and something a month.
Yep.
Just one thing, and you have nice pieces, and then you don't want to shop as much because you're like, in a week I'll have 6 new pieces.
I mean, that's a great idea. I look at her closet. I'm like, but she has more than anyone could ever possibly.
I bet she has nothing. I understand.
But it's still, yes, that's what happens. There's nothing. So maybe this might.
Well, this is
I would take
society's
$100
fault.
a
Women
month.
have to change their styles constantly, and then men, if we don't, men are like, no, I like my woman natural, and then they just like whatever is trending. Like men don't know that they're being molded to like the thing that is also trending. So it's like women do have to pretend that they're not.
Like my wife is like, she'll come down sometimes in like wide leg jeans, and I'm like, what? She's like, these are back, and I'm like, oh. Like really?
They are.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, oh, all right, and I just got to ride that wave out for however long that takes.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, great.
What's a guy's favorite style on girls?
Hot, tight. None.
These pigtails are.
Like if my wife would dress like Kelly Bundy if I could, like
He said hot, tight, none.
Yeah, like
for the description of the clothes.
No clothes, like
just tight. The tighter, the better. It's so uncomfortable. You know what it feels like to have tight all over you?
they make that dry fit shit.
He's like, get a skim,
Yeah.
fat bitch.
I would take like a tight.
Buy
Like,
a skim, you whore.
I like nothing.
Damn.
I like
the less the
skin.
better. You're just like men are just like, eh.
Yes, I want to see your body.
Wow. I mean,
I
are you
mean-
the same, babe? Tighter, the better. You do like this outfit.
I love conservative fashion. I find that sexy.
What's the truth?
I mean, look, I'm not saying.
I can tell he's lying.
If a woman's dressed like conservatively, but I could tell that she's hot and that's her style, that's okay. That's fine.
It's fine, but it's not hot.
It's not. Yeah, like there's a reason why like you watch like late night shows, like why like Sydney Sweeney shows up and the ratings go up.
Right.
Because like Sydney Sweeney's going to wear her style, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's like going to be sick.
Her style is awesome and sick.
Yeah. And like, but if she decides that night that she wants to wear like a male tuxedo, and you're like,
everyone would be disgusted with her.
And disappointed.
And disappointed. This is not your thing.
Yes.
It's
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I should be heralded as a hero.
Why?
A feminine hero.
Why?
You don't care. No, was that what you're saying or no?
No, I think she would. Like the media would be like, "This."
Oh
is
yeah,
incredible.
and it would be awesome. She's still
so
hot.
Brave.
She's still beautiful to look at.
Tits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'd call her brave for not having.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
But it's
and in the background, it'd be like a cancer patient, like a thing.
Yeah.
Like Sydney
It's not the
Sweeney.
version I want, but you know,
Right.
I don't get
It
to
is for
choose.
somebody.
Not from my wife does her own thing.
Yeah, I never know. I need a stylist so bad, but I'm also, I always say like if you see a picture of me doing stand up and I look good in it, I fucking bombed. I bombed my ass off that night. The uglier I look, the better.
People ask, "What's the worst part about doing stand up?" And that's my new worst part. Is that because stand-up is so popular now and the clubs that we perform in are so popular and everybody wants to be a photographer, every single moment that we are doing is now captured on. I used to show up at the Comedy Store at like 11:30 with sweatpants on and a t-shirt.
I used to go in matching sweatsuits.
Like going to work, like I was going to stock a shelf at a grocery store. All right? This isn't really important what I'm wearing. It's more about what I'm saying and how it's coming across. But now you see pictures of yourself.
And the comedians judge you if you don't dress up.
Yesterday, I woke up. I'm like, Comedy Mothership has a new. Like before, I clicked the little circle to see what I'm like. What sort of disgusting manner am I going to be looked at?
Yeah,
like baby elephant.
Can
here
I tell
we go.
you, it's never good for me. I don't know how you feel about your pictures.
No, it's never good.
Never good for you
and
either.
Even when I think I'm okay, like I look okay.
Yeah.
Like for example, doing like Legion Skanks a lot more, living in New York.
Yeah.
I never before looked at any comments whenever I did the show. Ever. I didn't care. I don't know. But now like they ask you to collaborate with them on a thing. So you say yes. But now all the comments are now your
comments. They're your comments.
So now look at Steve's face. Look how fat he is. And I'm getting all of them. And it just one after another. And I was like, what I was avoiding before, now I don't.
In your face.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I have to, I don't know what to do. I could send myself into a downward spiral.
You could.
It's the
Every
worst
once
part.
in a while, I start typing something mean back to one person will just, you take it for months and months. And then one day you go like, click on it and it's the ugliest fucker you've ever seen.
I have rosacea.
Yeah. You're like, leave me alone. I fluctuate because my cortisol's high because I was abused as a child. Okay, is that what you want? Is that what you want? I can't help it.
I know you have to just let it. Like my son's friends call me Big Steve, and I hate it.
Oh God,
his friends call me Big Steve, but like one time I let them know I'm like, Big Steve, is that right? And it was like. It bothers you? They like got excited about that.
Oh yeah,
and
now
I'm like,
you're
nah, it's cool.
Now you're large Steve.
But I have to live with Big Steve because they'll bully me if I don't.
That might be them just thinking you look like bigger than them, like you look like a man to them.
It's not. They don't call my wife Big Tracy.
Oh no, that would not be cool, dude. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm sick of the fucking comments.
I hate it.
I'm sick of it.
But it's the pictures. Like I know why they're doing it because they're fed all this. They have to do something. Like they weren't there.
Yeah,
all they're commenting
didn't see when I stopped.
Yeah,
and, like for a moment.
Well, they didn't see the great set. All they're commenting on is this picture of a person.
An idiot.
Yeah,
you look like an idiot up there if you don't hear anything.
And I'm a comedian, so I have to take it.
Comedy wasn't made for still shots. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, just because I'm a comedian doesn't mean you get to be funny to me.
No, I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I had a really weird guy come up to me outside of the mothership and be like, Kim, are you still dating that guy?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I think you're taking things too fast with him. Just a random dude. And then I walk away. I'm like, this dude's so weird. So I go inside and then he looks Sarah Weinschenk in the eye and I swear to God, he goes, did you feel that we had a connection? I feel like we did. her and I. Like, I feel like maybe we're soulmates. And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
Scary.
You just stay inside.
So it's either a guy calling me fat or wanting to like kill me with soul ties. Those are like the two fans I have.
Oh, I would never be
if you're listening, I'm not obsessed with you. If there's anyone listening, this is not a particular message to anybody.
I'm not connecting with anyone.
I'm not connecting with anyone. I'm barely connecting with myself, to be honest.
I'm like barely surviving.
I'm just on. And sometimes you guys agree with that, and that's why you like listening to what I say.
Yeah, if you think it's funny or you agree with what I said, that's great, but it doesn't mean we're soulmates.
No, we're not soulmates. Don't take me. Don't take me.
I would never be a female comedian. I don't know how you do it.
It's a nightmare.
I don't know how you do it.
It's because it's like I am good at it, and that sucks, dude.
No, that does suck.
And it fucking. I like wish. I wish.
I'd rather be a pedophile than a female comedian. I'd rather have that be my predilection. Is that the right word?
I don't know, but that seems right.
Than have to be like, I'm a female and I'm funny, and this is what I kind of feel like I'm supposed to do.
Do you know how much it hurts? I was talking about this in the green room. You know how much it hurts to go get on a stage and have a mic in front of you and convince men that you're worth listening to, just off rip, just off rip, no matter what. Just from the very beginning, I have to go like, my first 3 minutes, I am interviewing for a job right now. It's not like the other guys who can go in and it's like they already got the job. My first few minutes are an interview, no matter what set I'm doing, where I'm at.
Yeah, and I just think about like the fact that our job in a sense is to kind of relay our message, whatever, and like connect with the audience. And it's like most guys think that when a woman connects with them, that there is something there, and it's like, how do you do that without being like, this is just my job. Let's move on with the rest of our lives.
But I will say, a lot of the guys that come out to my shows are single men, and they're very nice.
Yeah.
So thank you for being really
to you,
nice.
Which is great. That's the way they're supposed to be.
But I mean, probably at home they're like, whore, fucking whore.
Horrific.
No, I haven't listened to a word you said. Thanks for having your camel toe in my face tonight. I didn't even listen to your set.
But the point is, good job, guys.
In person,
yes,
you were so respectful.
You gotta holster that.
Yeah, you hold it
keep
in.
That in.
It's fine to hold it in.
Yes.
Let it out at home into a sock. Not into my temple with a revolver or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, most comedians, for the most part, are they're a little fucked up, but they're not like fucked up to the point where they want to take your emotional craziness on with them at all times, too. You know?
Yeah, true.
We got our own things going on.
Oh boy, do we! I'm exhausted constantly.
We were saying last night, I'm like, another thing that hurdle for me with comedy now is just having enough energy to do it at the end of the night.
Oh my gosh, it is the hardest, and I start getting tired right after 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
right after 5 o'clock. I'm sorry for having a regular circadian rhythm, and my body understands the sun is setting soon.
Yep,
and you have to fight from 5 to like at least 9:30, where you force yourself even to get out early to stay up. Do you do that? Do you ever leave early just to go like I need to wake up?
5 and 11:30 spot.
Yeah, you're out at 10.
Chances of me like. I will have to set, if I'm like, I'm going to stay home till my spot, I would have to set an alarm.
Yeah.
To make sure I didn't like sit on the couch, watch like a sport, and then fall asleep.
I do set an alarm, and I do fall asleep often.
Yeah, I go in at 9 then, and I'll hang around and I'll do whatever. See if you can maybe get up early.
Yeah.
It's always like a joy. And then,
man.
But then, but whereas like the two show, like after the first show, if I do like hour shows or 2 hours, like the second hour, I'm like, because then you got to do the meet and greet and everything after, and it's like, that whole thing.
How sweet would it be if we could do stand up like we were saying, like 5 to 7?
Yeah.
5 to 8.
Yeah.
Done by 9 every night. Oh.
For all
bed by 11.
For all the horrific things he did, that was Cosby's main like thing in life. Like he would do 2 o'clock in the afternoon shows. Like if he was doing shows on the weekend, it was like 2 and 5.
Dude, you know what? If I ever get to the point where I can choose the time I'm doing shows, I might start doing that might be my thing. I might do like 6 and 8 p.m.
Think about it. Like if you're big enough, like Norman's doing a show next Sunday, I think here at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Before the regular show at 8. Mm-hmm. If he made it at 2 p.m.,
people would still come. It would be a lunch show. People want to laugh whenever. Brunch show. I would come laugh for breakfast on a weekend with a friend.
It's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
But you got to have the right comic and then be in the right set. It can be a nightmare.
I've got work to do.
I know.
before I can choose my
Well, yeah,
brunch
no,
audience.
We're still gonna be. We're still 11:30.
Oh God, 11:30,
I know.
sweetheart. You're a star. I'll see you at 1. Okay,
I know.
I'll see you at 1:20 a.m. or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, can I get up earlier because I'm a girl and I'm aging faster? Does it count that I'm a funny woman and I'm aging faster than the men? I should go home. My eggs.
Just say you're pregnant. They'll let you do it.
Oh, that's it. But then I can't drink and stuff, and that's no fun.
Just
Not
say
worth it.
it's my choice.
It's my choice.
My body,
my baby,
choice.
my choice.
Yeah. This baby's gonna be fucking cool.
This baby's gonna be a fucking star.
Yeah.
This baby's gonna die at 27 like a legend. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Not like one of these losers. Well, Steve, thanks so much for coming on the pod.
It was a blast.
Dude.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Where can everybody find you?
Oh, SteveRannazzisi.com and at Steve Rannazzisi on Instagram. Steve Raz Comedy on TikTok if you still have that downloaded.
Oh yeah.
But I've just started that TikTok. I literally just started.
Nice.
Like a month ago.
Sweet.
I go, this thing's getting banned. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Now's the
It's
perfect
time to get in.
Yeah. Perfect
You just
time
bought
to get
Bitcoin too.
And then the biggest, I got the weekend at Comedy Works in the end of February.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite clubs.
It's Denver,
So
right?
yeah, Denver downtown.
Nice.
So
Sweet. Make sure you follow Steve.
Thank you.
Check him out. Thank you so much for coming. You guys can check me out. Show dates on KimCongdon.com. My podcast with Sarah, This Bitch. The Magic Prank Show on Netflix. And Kimmy Madison. New episode coming out every week. Make sure you check it out.
What
Thanks
grade
so
are you in?
much. I'm going to first grade.
big
Not
year.
to brag. I'm a
Nice.
smart girl. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
It's a great setup up here. Perfect.